Hey there jammers, what's jamming? Purple Jam here, and today we're going to be playing some more of The Sims 4 Realm of Magic. Now the last time we played this, we ended the video starting a romantic relationship with Sage L, so naturally, that got me thinking, what if I built up a relationship with all the sages, captured in my house, and then started my own spell teaching business? But first, I have to build up a relationship with the sages and make them like me enough to get them to come over to my house in the first place. Which is fine in a video game, but if this was real life, I don't think my plan would get very far. Saying that, if I could do magic in real life, then maybe I could use it to get people to finally like me. Well, maybe. It's good to see that Johnny's also doing his best to fit in by showing the sages exactly what life could be like if they decide to move in with Hugh. That's good tactics by Hugh, letting Elle win a duel just so she likes him more. I mean, if he was actually trying, there was no way he would have lost that there. All the sages have agreed to come with me. That's great news. Is this what actually having friends feels like, huh? It's just a shame we won't be friends for long, as you're now my prisoners. Or if you prefer employees, which is basically the same thing when you think about it. And then one just immediately leaves. He must have suspected something was up and just hightailed out of there before it was too late. I've just noticed as well, the power's been turned off. You see, that's why I need y'all to work for me. I don't suppose any of you know a spell to light up the place, do you? Offer infinite money. Either will do. I'm not too fussy. Good news everybody, the bills are paid. Bad news, you're all stuck here forever. Break out the candles, make it romantic. Hugh's about to woohoo for the first time. Well, thanks for telling everyone. I mean, I've done this loads of times. What are you talking about? And nothing says romance more than being trapped against your will in someone's house. Ah, true love. You can actually see the awkwardness in the sage's face. He's like, why did I even bother to come here? It's the next day, so I'm going to invite this other sage back and see if he'll come back. I'm sure it was this Morgan guy. Well, I hope it was, otherwise it could be a bit awkward when I capture him. Well, it would still be awkward if it's the right person. But you know what I mean. You can see the other two sages literally waiting to escape as soon as I unlock this door to let the other sage in, so I have to play this carefully. Okay, so I've took the Trump strategy of building this wall so that none of the other sages can get out. I'm going to bait him in, lock the door, and then get rid of the wall. I've also bought this Christmas tree because it's Winterfest. That way I can be like, oh, come in and see a present. It's the perfect plan. Apart from the fact he probably can't even see the tree because of the wall, but it's a game and not everything has to be realistic, okay? And now that the plans come together, Hugh's just like, well, make yourself comfortable. I'm off to bed, and just leaves. Oh no, this isn't good. It can't be morning sickness. I'm sure she just feels unwell or something. And if she does have a baby, it can be like Harry Potter, because his parents won't be around for long either. And what's he doing? This isn't the slave room. The slaves sleep through there. I actually thought I'd locked this door, but must have unlocked it to let Elle in. At least she's cleaned up her own mess. If it was Hugh, he would just get Johnny to clean up for him. So I think I might have run into a big problem here. I keep just getting magical training off the sages, but no options appearing for them to actually teach me any new spells. So I'm starting to think that they can't actually teach any spells outside of the realm of magic. Which means we've done all of this for nothing. It looks like I was right. For some reason, the sages won't teach you magic outside the realm, which means we'll have to keep him semi-captured. So every time we go back to his house, I'll take him with me, and then when I want him to teach me magic, I'll have to come back here. That's enough magic for today. Everyone back in your pen. I don't even need to lock the door for John anymore. He just knows and accepts his fate now. I've also just noticed that because it's Winterfest, if you put down a chimney, it says you have a chance to catch Santa, which I've took as a challenge. I guess he would be a good addition to this magical beans collection I've gone on. Oh my god, there he is. Quick Hugh, get up. Hugh does not seem to care that Santa is here at all. Now if it was Grim on the other hand, then he would care. I told Hugh to shock Santa, but when I said shock him, I didn't mean shock him with your good looks. He just walked right past him. And he shocked himself. Great. And now Santa's just disappeared back up the chimney. I'm not doing a very good job of capturing people, am I? Well, if I'm going to have a bad time, I'm going to take out this random woman who's been standing at my door for hours and make her depressed instead. And Hugh's now cussed himself. You honestly couldn't write this. Why is everything I'm doing today going so wrong? Well, if you're not going to be depressed when I tell you, you can just stand the freezing cold until you're depressed. How does that sound? Finally, something's went right for Hugh today. He's actually managed to win a duel. Granted, the person he was against has been a prisoner for days and is probably weak from malnutrition, but we can leave out the small insignificant details when we brag to other people about the victory. I'm just brewing loads of plentiful niece potions now, so I can try and speedrun getting every spell as fast as possible, because it's actually becoming a bit of a pain, going back and forth between home and here. So my sage capturing plan is basically out of the window by this point. That wasn't me who caused that fight or anything like that. It wasn't like I cast a spell to make that happen, even though I have the most suspicious walkaway ever. Okay, that wasn't actually me who caused that one that time, even though it is hilarious. I could just imagine him forgetting he was inside and flying straight into the wall, and then he just casually continues his day as if nothing happened. Wait a minute, who's this? Wasn't that sage a guy earlier? Has he died or something? I can't remember killing him, unless I was drunk at the time. I do seem to forget things when I'm drunk. We have a new plan, or you could call it Plan B. We get the sages pregnant, and then that way they're forced to like me for a court of law. So it's like capturing them, apart from they don't have any walls around them. apart from legal walls. That's a great way to impress someone, by freezing yourself in front of them. It's literally the opposite of someone finding you hot, because you're literally as cold as you can get. But somehow, it seems to have worked, so now you know, if you want to impress someone you like, just freeze yourself in front of them. It's got a guaranteed 100% success rate, mainly because I've only ever tried it once, but still, has it ever failed? Well, I've not seen evidence of it. Now Hugh's sitting down to have the talk with Johnny about what he's just heard. He's like, this doesn't mean I still don't love you, you know. Wait a minute, I never even loved you in the first place. I think Hugh's the one who needs a talk about how to use a broom. He still hasn't seemed to grasp how it works. To be fair to him, he'd never used a broom in his life before. I mean, why'd you ever need to clean up when you have Johnny? One thing he has grasped is how to exploit people to teach him spells, because just like the broom, we are flying through these spells. But I guess he had always been good at exploiting people, hence why he'd never used a broom before. A date? Why not? I guess we should let off some steam. It's hard work exploiting people, you know. That's a great start to a date. Hugh's just started freaking out about the baby. He's literally just noticed that she's pregnant after all this time. Great, and now he's pissed himself, as if things couldn't get any worse. Just watch we are dancing over there, one wrong two-step and you could be swimming in a pool of pee. Come to think of it, this dancing is so awkward. There's not even any music playing or anything. It's like a silent disco without the earphones, so it's just silent. Oh no, now she's pissed herself. At least that makes us even, and the best bit about me pissing myself first is that everyone envies more than me, because it was more recent. Don't call me again, ever. I don't see what I did wrong. Well, it looks like someone is playing hard to get. Wait a minute, where is the baby gone? I never even got a notification or anything to let me know it'd been born. The date wasn't that bad, was it? That's weird. It does say stay-at-home mum, so she must have had the child, even though she clearly has a job. Tax evasion is a serious crime, young lady, but I like your style. I can't share my knowledge with just anyone. Let's get to know each other first. We literally have a child together. Like, I don't think you can get to know anyone any better than that. I love how she's just acting as though the whole child thing never happened. Like, could you imagine getting taken to court? Is this child yours, Mr. Jas? Your Honour, I can't share my knowledge with just anyone. There's only one way to take out my frustration, and that's by setting fire to someone who has absolutely nothing to do with the whole situation. I love how this says just watched me set fire to another student, yet he still trusts me for another spell. Well, since I can make children with the sages without ever actually having to meet them, let's make another little bundle of financial burden for you. One mention of financial burden, and Hugh's crying. I get it. If he has financial burden, how is he ever going to have the money to make his basement into a prison? Speaking of financial burden, here comes the other sage I get pregnant. It's a good thing that Hugh's already crying, because if he wasn't, he would be now. At least plan B's working a lot better than plan A, because that's been outlined every single mischief spell you can learn in the game, and no one had to get hurt. Well, apart from the children, who now have Hugh as a father, and the person who gets set on fire, and, well, at least no one died. Yet, and now we can make every single potion in the game, which means we'll have a few untamed and practical spells left to get. And after the way the video started off, I'm actually surprised at how well this is all going. Did I say this was going well? What I meant was the learning spells part was going well. The actual using them part, maybe not so much. Come and see a new baby? Of course I will. I can't see this would possibly go wrong at all. Is this the baby here? I hate to break this to you, this is a fully grown child. Oh wait, no, this is the baby here, being neglected by itself. You would never see me neglecting a child. Wasn't this a cute little flame? Yes you are. Sprinklers? Damn, they're always one step ahead of me. Well, what if I just set fire to you instead then? Of course, they have sprinklers everywhere. This family's no fun at all. If I can't set fire to your house, I'll just have to set fire to you instead then. I just love how Hugh sits down to admire his work. He's like, yeah, that was me. Also, I think this room would look better if a statue on it. I really think it'd make it feel more like your family was part of your home, if you know what I mean. All this family talk has made me think about how my own family's getting on, but I'm looking at every house in the area, and I can't seem to find where the sages live anywhere. Maybe that's why the game never gave me any notifications, because the children are just born into the void. Joe, you mean a fair fight against someone who could actually fight back? Oh no, I couldn't possibly do that. But what I can do is finish my Untamed training, because we now have all the Untamed spells, which means we'll have the practical spells left to get. Also, because I've finished my Untamed training, I can now use a spell to call my dog back from the dead. So this one goes out to Sleep Drunken, who loves Tamara and has always sent me in fan out of her. And that's not all, because I also have a spell that can do this. The only thing is, if Tamara's back, we'll probably have to have a sacrifice in her place. It's only fair, so when someone dies, I just want you to know, Sleep Drunken, it's all your fault. Although I'm not sure if this means Tamara's permanently back, or if these spells are temporary. Oh well, someone still has to die, and it's all Sleep Drunken's fault. I also just noticed that I can't pay my bills, which is my fault, because I built this massive room that I've never actually used. But since she's not here, we'll just blame Sleep Drunken for that too. Now's maybe not the best time, Rebecca. I'm kind of busy at the moment. She's called me for advice about if she should have a baby or not. You know, just the guy who tried to burn her last one. We'd been asking her another date. Well, I guess it can't go as wrong as the last one. I love how Hugh has immediately left his date to go out and speak to this random guy in a suit. He always gets off to such a strong start in these things. I may be allowed to speak to other people, but you're not. And that's the great part about knowing magic. Instead of getting jealous, I can get overzealous. Now she's interested in this musician. Let's just see if he likes Johnny Cash, because his ring is going to be on fire. I'm pretty sure that's one of the sages Hugh's talking to. Maybe he's came here to try and stop me, and now he's actually here and seen what I'm capable of. He's like, do you know what? I'll pass. He's literally sat and watched the monster he helped create. Now she's talking to this guy. Well, you know what that means. At least now I have a present I can give to my date, and the best part about it was free. Oh my god, are these people being serious? Every single time I get rid of one, another swoops in. You would think they'd see all the destruction around them and be like, that woman is cursed. I'm not going anywhere near them. But no, their primal instincts are too strong. And now Hugh is going back to speak to his friend in the suit. At least he's loyal. He's literally stood in the same place, waiting for Hugh this whole time. And look who's came crawling back. Now she's interested in Hugh, now that everyone in the bar is gone. Oh no, I've just noticed, if she's speaking to the guy in the suit, that means... Guess who just completed magical training, and it's ironic that the person who's just taught me my last spell is also the person who just watched me destroy a full bar with the magic he'd already taught me. And it's also ironic that the same person's going to be offered sacrifice, because I've decided that I'll no longer need the sages, that no one else allowed to learn magic, and I don't have to worry about anyone ever trying to stop me. I'll claim money off being caught for children I've never met. Oh, how he just casually stood up there, as if he never even realised the fire was there. Just like Sleep Drunk and never realised she was killing all these people to save Tamara. Well, looks like we have our first victim. Damn, that fire's really spreading. The other sage are just sitting there like, is it just me? Is it really hot today? They were so in sync there. Both of them got up and realised they'd fucked up at the exact same time. You might want to hang about for a while, Grim. You're going to be really busy today. That's weird. I didn't realise spellcasters get different urns to normal sims. You can tell I see a lot of urns in this game, can't you? Another two bite the dust, and literally, because there's a lot of dust from all that burning going on. Okay, I don't like how the fire's spreading towards my house. It's getting a bit too close for comfort. I was more hoping it would spread to the left. There's just a person walking past in the background, not caring at all. They're smart. They know not to get involved with you. It's getting really close to my house again. I'm not liking this at all. This has went too far now. I'm calling the fire brigade. Sims burning I'm fine with, but when you burn my property, that's where I toe the line. I just wish the fire brigade weren't so incompetent. Instead of putting out my house, they've just decided to put a random bit of grass. And then they just stand there and leave my house to burn. Thanks for saving that grass for me. I don't know what I would have done without you. Now they decide to help, now it's touching the grass again. Damn environmentalists. Wait a minute, I get an insurance payout for that? Starting fires is awesome. Just try to be a little more careful next time, she says, but she knows that's not going to happen. The thing about these urns is, they're nice, but there seems to be a space missing that will really complete the decor. Well, that's something that can be easily fixed. Okay, maybe not so easy. She's seen what happened to the last sages, and she's ready this time. What if I put a fire back here instead then? Surely that'll be out for reach. No, it's not. You know what? I'm actually impressed. So impressed, in fact, that you're free to go. She's like, what? Are you being serious? Yes, I am. I'm happy for sacrifice, even if Sleep Drunk and probably wanted more blood. And since she's not here to defend herself, I'm just going to assume she did. And do you know what else I'm serious about? Watch these other videos on the right side of your screen. Thanks very much for watching, and thank you to my patrons, Harry Haywood, Captain Tourette, Ash, Kajel Sinky, Sun Mumble, Zipnix, and Zippy Lucky.